behind every successful man, there is of course a woman, but behind every successful woman, there is not a man.
Yes.
There is a family. What we called as the OTP of life.
Wow.
So the OTP of life is nothing but the opportunity to perform.
Correct.
The moment the opportunity is given, she performs well, she shines and she grows very well, and she becomes an inspiration, not only the family but society at large. Women empowerment is one such thing people have always been talking about. They should feel one among in the society, one among in the family, one among in the entire fabric of working. Then the development becomes faster. Organized sectors, they are at par with men and women are at par. The payments structures are taken as per the qualification and the merits which are in place. So there is no discrimination of any sort that happens over there. So an awareness to the employer, the awareness to the industry heads to be brought in, the awareness to the women that of course they also are equal. So all these things, a great larger awareness has to be brought in the society for a cohesive development. For example, the policies which are there for the women, she should know, and the society, even men should know about the policies, the benefits that are there for the women. If these things are all, the awareness is being created, I think she can do much better. Maybe they are unaware of many such things which can help them. Maybe the time, maybe the payments which are being given. So these are all known. They also have large responsibilities to be played in shaping of the society.
Hey everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Metier Talks, your go-to podcast to get career insights straight from the professionals and industry experts. I'm Jyoti, your host today. Today we are having a very special guest because we are celebrating Women's Day, and to talk about it, we have Dr. Narayan Iyer, the CEO of Akshay Shakti. So let's not wait further and meet the man behind the countless women who has dedicated his life towards women upliftment. Welcome to the show, sir, and it's indeed an honor to have you today on this special episode of Women's Day. So before I move further, anything I'm very intrigued to know is that normally we say that behind every man, successful man, there is a woman. Okay, but here it's reverse. Behind many women, there is a man. So what led you to take this path? Any special incident that led you to take this path? I would like to know that.
First of all, pranams to all the Metier Talk viewers and the listeners. And thank you, Jyoti ma'am, for having me at this important episode. Of course, the International Women's Day 2025 is already on here, and special congratulations to all the women folks across the globe who have been toiling day in and day out to rise and shine. And as the theme for 2025 Women's Day goes, it's accelerate action.
Yes.
So we need to see that how we accelerate action and see that how positivism is put forth into the system, where though we talk about gender equity, equality, and many such things, we need to see that how we walk the talk, which is very important.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's such an honor to have you today because, it will throw a lot of insights about we as women, how we, all of us could probably hold hands and we can uplift ourselves,
Correct, yeah.
So we'll get a lot of, I think most of them would be quite glued to hear and curious to listen about it. And so what led you to take this path?
Correct. You did talk about behind every successful man, there is a woman, and behind every successful woman, there is a man. Though this is an old adage, we should say, behind every successful man, there is of course a woman, but behind every successful man, there is not a man.
Yes.
There is a family.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the new definition says success in women is seen by the entire family.
Right.
The children, the husband, the society at large. So there's not one person that we need to redefine the entire thing as we are in 2025.
Agree on that.
Yeah. So there are a lot of sacrifices which everyone plays a role, and they want to see that the angel, the lady at home or in the society rise and shine and see that they get more inspiration from her, because Nari by itself, women by itself, is Shakti, and we draw a lot of energy. Janani is woman, mother, and of course I am inspired by my mother, my sister, of course my better half, and many such who keep inspiring us day in and day out.
Right.
The journey, of course, has been very beautiful so far. We through our organization per se, that we are into Akshay Shakti Welfare Association and many other networking partners who come across now. As we say that the law of attraction is working, we say that the search is searching you, the खोज आपको खोज रहा है. So we are into the algorithm of what we are working. The entire work of women development is coming to us, we should say. Though we started in a very humble way, that we should start and see how a woman can be brought into limelight. So what we thought was there are challenges in every family, there are challenges everywhere that we see. We also saw that how women or a mother who takes a lot of responsibilities in rearing the family, seeing that the child goes to the school and the fees is paid on time and many such things. The food is provided for the children and the family. So many hardships are there, challenges are there, which this lady in the house does that job. Even if there is no food at home, she said she had her food. She provides everything to everyone. So as I was studying this entire, the fabric of the societal fabric, where we found that a woman has to be handheld and see that she can do better.
Right.
When she had approached, or when she has been approaching support for her children, that she of course aspires that the child is put into one of the best school, best career is provided for them. When we talk about middle and lower middle class families, of course the challenges are there everywhere, but here where the hand to mouth is challenged by itself. So what we thought was, of course we can provide support for 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. If there is an opportunity that is provided to her, and if she's skilled and she can earn her own money, she can do much better.
Yes.
As the adage says, either you give a fish or teach them fishing. So I would go a step beyond, saying that not only teach them fishing, push them into the water.
Absolutely. I wish everybody in this universe, every man, woman understands this.
Correct. So the moment you push her into the water, she not only finds fish, she learns swimming. She learns a lot of she finds a lot of pearls and minerals which are already there in the water. So there are umpteen opportunities, what we called as the OTP of life. Wow. So the OTP of life is nothing but the opportunity to perform.
Correct.
The moment the opportunity is given, she performs well, she shines and she grows very well, and she becomes an inspiration, not only the family but society at large.
Right.
So this has paved way personally for me to see that if we can help women to skill, and then she sustains herself and try to become self-reliant in the journey, that's what is our the entire outlook is for.
Correct. That's such a thoughtful thing. I mean, I wish everybody could think this way. Then I think the world would have progressed and reached somewhere else. I mean, we live in a very patriarchal society, and very few men actually think. It's still we are in a male-dominated country. Do you think so?
Of course, there were times, and these are all being followed by many people. But we have, in the 21st century, we have moved away from this thing where women has touched every nook and corner, or we can say whether it is space science or whether it is any part of the world, they are playing their important role. So we have seen women have surpassed those challenges, those barriers, moved beyond the barriers, and seen that how she can stand. And there is a lot of support being given by the society. Of course, the matriarchal, all these things will be there in the system, but we need to see a step beyond, where we talk about gender equity.
Yes.
Where we need to provide the best platform for her. So either it is in social work, or whether it is in house, or whether it is any corporate industry for that matter, at par we need to give the equity for women. Yeah,
yes,
they need
absolutely.
to work hand in hand, take up the responsibility and grow, because of course they have the same talent as any other people.
Agree.
Even if you look into the space science and astronomy and things like that, ISRO, a lot of women who are there.
Yes.
I think the teaching industry, if you look into I think
it
the
is
major
dominated by women.
Women industry. Yeah.
Yes.
Women are into this industry, and they are doing very well.
Yes.
Any individual for that matter, you ask teachers' name, they'll say either it's an Ann Miss or Subbalakshmi Miss or X or Y. It's mostly a women. So they have been shaping the society at large.
Right.
But if of course we need to look into the statistics, where large number of women are still need to be tapped, they need to be
Yes.
handheld, they need to be
Yes.
pulled out, they need to be brought into the
Correct.
main framework where they feel their importance and they can do much better for the society.
Right. So that leads me to another question is that, I mean, it's not only the lower income group, but also the higher income and the affluent families where women give away their jobs or sacrifice for the family, right? So do you think that it's kind of it has somewhere kind of stopped the growth of the country, or a hurdle to the growth of the country? Because as you said, like, that they are they are good organizers, right? So because of that, I feel somewhere they are not being, you said they are not being tapped well. So you think that somewhere that India is not being given, if this has been tapped, India will do even more better. Do you think so?
Yeah, as we call for accelerate action, yes.
Yeah,
The resources which are there, or what we call about the highly educated women, when they go back to take care of the home affairs, and their talents are not tapped well. Their talents are, we need to see that those resources are also pulled back. So when we share responsibilities, either it starts with the family, it happens very well. So the women is, though we have seen a lot of medical qualified women, or
yes, engineers who have given up their jobs.
Yeah, they all sacrifice their jobs for the family.
Right.
Of course, that happens because women is synonym to sacrifice, and she has been doing this for many years. But of course, if an equal share is given, and maybe at a interval where she comes back to her qualification, whatever she has been qualified, and she takes the responsibility, I think the resources has to be channelized properly. If we channelize the resources properly for the proper use, things can go better. And what we are all looking for, Vikasit Bharat cannot happen one way. It has to be everyone has to come together.
Yes.
And women should play a very vital role into this.
Correct.
So Vikasit Bharat by 2047. And of course, later when we talk about Vikasit Vishwa will also come, where we have to see that the entire globe, when we talk about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the entire thing is one, and we need to work towards that. And the role of women will be great in shaping up the entire society at large.
So what steps you think that the government can take, or the corporates, could probably take initiative to help these women to take up job or return back to work? Because they have not been given enough opportunities, because they expected to work 9 to 5, which is impossible. They need to balance both work and home. So what kind of initiatives you think can be taken to address this problem?
Industries at large, small scale, large scale, government sectors, there are organized sectors, unorganized sectors. So at very stages, or every industry, women have been playing their role. Of course, when we look into the policies that are to be framed by the government and by society for the benefit of the women, the policies are in place. There are better policies coming in where women take their child to the industry or to the factories or to corporate offices where crashes are being provided. Of course, where she need not be confined to home only. So this things are the policies are framed in such a way that all facilities which are required for women are being taken care.
Only so what facilities you think should be given?
Maybe a kind of an awareness about the policies. For example, the policies which are there for the women, those awareness, if it is brought to the women, she should know, and the society, even men should know about the policies, the benefits that are there for the women. If these things are all, the awareness is being created, I think she can do much better. Maybe they are unaware of many such things where which can help them. Maybe the time, maybe the payments which are being given. So these are all known. Of course, this call falls under their the duties which they need to have. They also need to see that they also have large responsibilities to be played in shaping of the society.
So maybe like something like a daycare facility within the office,
yes.
Hybrid system, remotely working, then flexible timing.
Correct.
Right. And there's also one thing, like women are always paid less as against men.
Correct.
So that's a demotivation factor. So I think that is one place where gender equality is not there. Gender discrimination is being done, where I mean, that's the boiling burning discussion which is taking place across the globe, not only in India, across the globe, like where the salaries of both men or women are different. So, you agree on that?
Those may happen in unorganized sectors, but not in the organized sectors. Organized sectors, they are at par with men and women are at par. The payments are structures are taken as per the qualification and the merits which are in place. So there is no discrimination of any sort that happens over there. For example, a faculty in a college, either it's a male or a female, the payments are paid at par. The company executives or the managers in companies are there. I think they are paid as per the norms of because it's all set. Of course, these were there earlier when people were not aware, but now things are getting streamlined, and it has the journeys towards more women friendly and more gender equity is what we can say.
Okay,
so lot of awareness have come in, and a lot of for example, if somebody doesn't follow the rules, they know that where they will go. So these things are all in place. Of course, the giver, that is the employer, also should know about the norms that have been set. So an awareness to the employer, the awareness to the industry heads to be brought in, the awareness to the women that of course they also are equal. So all these things, a larger awareness has to be brought in the society for cohesive development.
Right. So how can we create that kind of awareness? What steps needs to be taken for that? I mean, you think the companies have to take it, the government have to take it, or the common man, who has to take these steps?
Social organizations per se, they are coming forward. There are a lot of organizations who are working, whether it is women-centric or other organizations also. They are all coming forward and trying to, maybe during this Women's Day, people invite a lot of people, celebrities or resource people. They talk on the benefits that women should get and how we should empower them. Of course, this word we are coming for the first time during this Metier Talk about empower. Women empowerment is one such thing people have always been talking about.
Right.
So this message should percolate in so well that they should feel one among in the society, one among in the family, one among in the entire fabric of working. Then the development becomes faster.
So you mean it must start from the family?
Yes.
Okay. Then it comes at organizations,
Correct.
right? Small and big organizations. Then companies,
Correct.
right? Then the government. So at every stage, if
Correct.
each of them takes the role,
Correct.
then I think it would be fairly addressed,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Right. Now, I'm very curious to know, you have taken up a very unconventional path, which is believed to be not lucrative, of social work, CSR. So, can you tell me your career path been like?
Oh, that's amazing. In fact, the journey has been beautiful in life. Of course, we had our own challenges as childhood days, where we had to do a lot of jobs which could sustain our own self. Because again, the Janani, the mother at home, have taken care. We are 3 children, 2 sisters and myself.
Okay.
So she had put up all her efforts to see that education is given to the children, because education was of importance. She didn't look into whether it was a English education or a vernacular. She put all the children into vernacular, where they studied Hindi medium. But later on, language is one such thing which can be picked up at any point of time.
Right.
So we all learned our languages, either it is 5 languages, 6 languages, 7 languages, and lifelong learning is one such thing which we all know.
Right.
So looking into that, the challenges. So when you are in a cooker, you cook well, is what he said, or when you are pressure, you work well.
Right.
So the pressure in us was that we need to sustain, we need to survive ourselves and see that what we can do. So in that opportunity, I got intercepted with one of my gurus, who is Dr. A.R. Pillai in my journey, who is nearing 98 now.
Oh.
Yeah. So he has been instrumental in shaping up. And I thought, let me embrace this work and take it forward. No looking back. The corporate calls were there where I could have gone. But it's 34 years I am into the social work.
So you did your bachelor's?
I did my bachelor's. I did my bachelor's in commerce, then master's in commerce and master's in sociology.
So it's a double master that you've done.
Yeah. I tried my third also,
Oh.
which I need to complete it now. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You done your PhD too?
I did my PhD too.
So you did your PhD in?
I did my PhD in Village Development Program.
Wow.
Providing urban amenities in rural areas.
Okay.
Yeah. One such program which Dr. Kalam was very close to this program.
Very nice.
Pura, yeah. Of course, I got my 2 PhDs.
Ah.
The first PhD was when I was in grade 7.
Oh.
My mother gave me the first PhD. She said, "Beta, you should have your passion, hunger and discipline. If you have a passion, hunger and discipline in place, you can survive at any point of time."
Absolutely right.
So that was the first PhD which I got before graduation. And then of course the normal one came in, and I thought that I should work towards that. And my work aligned to the research which I did, where I came up with an education program called Bal Gurukul.
Wow.
Which was set up in Rajasthan, the first one with 50 students. And then it got scaled up to 300 centers across the country, 100,000
Wow.
students. It went up, yeah.
Right. So I've heard from I've heard from my friends that your rich experience in development programs, but I would like to hear it from you.
Of course, the social work by itself has given us a lot of opportunities and opportunities of to work in the areas of health, in the areas of education, and of course the skill development for women. So initial days for me, for more than 2 decades plus or 3 decades, has been more to do with leprosy eradication program. So where leprosy disease was rampant with 4 million cases in the country. So awareness was made such main thing which we could take it up. Crisscrossing to the country through college students, through school students, creating awareness, percolating the message to the society where the disease, about the disease, which could connect the patients and the doctors. And so that the social stigma was removed, misconceptions were removed, and treatment was done. 4 million was brought down to 100,000 case.
That would have been quite a difficult journey.
It was a difficult journey, yeah. But the cooperation from the government systems to the medical to social organizations to the educational industries, where the schools also played a very important role. Those days when technology was not in place, it was through educational medium, that was through school students we could communicate the message to the people. Yeah.
Right.
So that played a very important role. Then we thought we have a program of reaching. We have tried and tested how we can scale up our operations nationwide. So similarly, we took up one by one. So the networking with a lot of NGOs across the country has helped in scaling up operation of any level that matters, whether it can be adult education program which is going to come up. We have the skill development in women which is coming up through Akshay Shakti's Akshay Dhaga program, which we are going to talk about. Yeah.
Right, of course. So I'm coming to the next question is like, you are the CEO of Akshay Shakti and Mini Subodh is the founder. I know her journey, but I would like to know your journey as a CEO in Akshay Shakti, and what is Akshay Shakti, what is the role, what is your role, and all about it.
So I express my sincere gratitude to my founder, Mini Subodh, who spotted me, who felt that, okay, it's now the time for me to take action, accelerate action into the Akshay Shakti. And that gave me more Shakti. And through this Shakti, through this strength, through the power and energy, we are moving ahead, focusing on one such area of women development as Akshay Shakti, which is founded by Mini Subodh, and it's running very well, which is focusing on health, education and skill development program. The motto is help, heal, educate and empower.
Right.
So this is the main motto of the organization. The organization has been working well for the last 15 years, providing food for people, providing education for the have-nots, and structuring school structures, providing school structures and things, basic facilities that has been there, and also providing facilities to the cancer affected people, leprosy affected people. All these things are going on. And skill centers were also there in place. So my coming has only helped in structuring the organization programs rather. The organization programs, education we call it as Akshay Vidya program, health program we call it as Akshay Arogya program, We have Akshay Dhaga program for the skill. Then we have Akshay Sankalp program for the leadership program.
Wow.
Yeah, so these are some of the. Then Akshay Ahar food. For example, daily in Thane we have around 200 people being fed through a kitchen. The food is being provided, and our van comes and it delivers to the people on a daily, day to day.
What an initiative! Wow.
And then every Thursday, it goes for the bystanders of the Thane Civic Hospital, where people are being provided with food. So that happens as far as the organization projects are concerned.
Correct.
The flagship program is, of course, Akshay Dhaga, where we have taken up with a mission to skill 1 million women by 2030. Looking into the support that we are getting through CSR, that is corporate, through individuals, and through various networking partners, I think the scale is going so big. And the matrices will play like it has to be 10x and 100x. 2030 is what we say. It may happen soon. Or it may happen more during that period of time.
I'm sure you will hit the number. Okay. So now supposing if a student wants to take up a career in something like social work or something. So the first question that they ask normally, see, there is one thing is the passion. Everybody cannot take social work. So one is the passion that should be there. Besides that, what other skill sets you think that students must have if they want to pursue a career in this?
Correct. So I think social work as such has not been brought into the curriculum of any of the this thing school.
Right.
But recently through NEP, social work CEP, that is community engagement program, has already fallen in place, where children have to put in their 30 hours, 60 hours, and compulsorily. Of course, where their focus has been academics to see that they top in their academic, they get into the best of the best colleges, where they miss the link of the social fabric or the social connect or the community engagement.
Correct.
Which through colleges have brought in. Of course, there are students where they understand and learn what are sacrifices, what are how do they do seva. हम कहते हैं ना सेवा में ही आनंद है.
Correct.
At the end they want to be happy, but unless they do seva, so it can be seva at home, seva in the society, seva through the college program, seva through networking with NGOs, which can be done.
Correct.
So when they come to Akshay Shakti, we involve them in various social projects where they go and teach in school.
Oh, nice.
Where there is scarcity of teachers in some schools. There are they can read books for the elderly people. They can record a story for the visually challenged.
Wow.
So all these things are being their services are being used. Also through in Akshay Dhaga, where they come and they make all these small videos. Even they do these talk shows where they record small things where they find themselves that they are doing their part for the society.
So nice. So it's like Akshay Shakti is not only providing skills, helping skill development for the women, but you are somewhere giving a taste of it to the younger kids also.
Correct, yeah.
That's a good initiative.
A kind of an exposure which they will understand hands-on.
Right.
They will come and they will feel, because online everything is there, but unless and until they are on the field,
you will
so
not
on
learn.
Field is what is required. So we have the highest degree colleges of pedigree to the lower. Everyone comes. They all feel happy. At the end, they go happily. We had some interns coming and they travel through boat, because we have some centers running in Indian island, and they sometimes interior remote villages, they have to go through a tum-tum or through a horse, this thing.
And they have done it?
They have done it.
Very nice.
Yeah, so students are getting hands-on and they are feeling. For example, when the students come to do their social work, they sometimes, there's a change in the mindset. Think that should I go for engineering or take up social work? So that has also happened in some cases. They sometimes help in accounting work. So whatever is their forte, they come and they try to help. And they learn a lot in the process. So social work as a career is already there, because we have this BSW program, Bachelor of Social Work, MSW program, TISS is providing. There are many colleges, Nirmala Niketan, SNDT, many such organizations and institutes are providing social work. Of course, that provides you a more structured format by which you understand the processes of social work.
Correct.
Of course, passion is there. An individual for that matter sets up an organization. He or she would not have undergone MSW program. He or she would not have undergone the processes of the program. maybe just to lift someone from the
Theoretical
industry.
knowledge.
No, that is the practical knowledge. They do the practical one, but theoretical is missing. So the processes are not in place.
Okay.
So the processes are being taught in the academia, that's in the institutes and things like that.
Right.
So if the processes and the passion, if they marry well, and the performance will be much better.
So when it comes to, what you're trying to say is that what they learn from the universities, if they practically experience it
Correct.
by working with some NGOs, both put together would become a good package.
It will certainly, yeah. They can help the institutes which can structure and process their programs, because most of the times now we need to look into organizations which are growing. They are scaling up well. So their documentations in process, their impact studies, which are very important, right?
Nice.
So they call it as IOOI, input, output, outcome, and impact. So
Wow.
input and output happens immediately. For example, you want to give a book, you have given book. So the input and the output the child has received. And what is the outcome and what is the impact? So impact cannot be seen immediately. For example, you are teaching honesty. You cannot immediately see there is an honesty.
It takes time.
It takes time. So these things are being put in a process where they scale it, they study it. So those things are done by the academic research people.
Yes.
And so there is umpteen opportunities, whether it is organizations internationally or nationally, where there is big demand for people to come on board and help social organizations.
Right.
Because social organization, because sustainability and social responsibilities, these are two buzzwords which these days everyone is looking into.
Yes.
Industries are taking very many social work graduates and postgraduates into this system, where they can help the industry to see that they sustain and they scale up and they see that the environmental things are taken care of and things like that.
Yes.
So many things are there in the place. So there's a big scope for students to take up social programs.
Yes, and slowly and over a period of time, they can even start. They can slowly start looking at opportunities at global level, like United Nations, CRY. There are so many organizations like this.
Yes.
So they can even be part of it with good experience, right?
Correct, yeah.
Right, great. And now I'm more keen to know about Akshay Dhaga.
Akshay Dhaga. Akshay is an energy which is never ending. Akshay is a never ending process. It's an infinite. And Dhaga is again a thread. So the thread which doesn't end at all, right? So the thread, so we say that every thread has a story and every stitch has a dream. And Akshay Dhaga is a fabric that stitches hope and happiness together.
Wow.
So where we are stitching hope and happiness, where we are building hope and happiness over here is among the women. The women folks who are, confined to the four walls, where they are in a cocoon. We are trying to unplug them.
Wow.
Taking them out of that cocoon and giving them
Opportunity.
opportunity
Very nice.
to fly high, and possibilities are there. So Akshay Dhaga Center is nothing but a kind of a skill center where we partner with an educational institution or a community center, where they, or any other panchayat place, where they give us a place, and then we put up 10 machines, and the women in the neighborhood, they come there. They learn 3-month tailoring program.
Wow.
So no more we call them as tailors, we should call them as fashion designers.
Okay, nice.
Because many other places also the cook has become chef, the dancer has become choreographer.
Yes.
So here also the teacher has become faculty.
Right.
So
right.
here
now you don't see a baker, you see a cake artist.
Artist. No barber, hairstylist. So many things have undergone change. So the women also feel proud.
Right.
She gets up early in the morning, she dresses herself, and then she comes to the Akshay Dhaga Center. Travels. In some centers, they travel a little far away. And most of the places, the USP of Akshay Dhaga has been delivering to the place where they are. Okay, so the 100% attendance or 90% attendance is because we take the center to the place where they stay.
Okay,
where
and collect the women.
Collect the women, so it becomes, so they don't have to travel a lot. So the proximity is taken care. So they have the access to the center where they can sit for extra hours also and learn.
Awesome.
So we have seen women who have never known what is a machine, how to stitch into a machine. They are now experts.
Wow.
Yeah, yesterday we had a program where we had certified women. So at the end of the 3-month course, we provide them with a certificate called Certificate of Basic and Advanced course that they have completed. And later on, they also come for practice, and there are advanced courses also that happens.
Okay.
So during this process of Akshay Dhaga program of 3 months, we also have a curriculum which we have embedded into the system
Okay.
called financial literacy, legal literacy,
Wow.
digital literacy. Like they need to understand tomorrow when they earn money, how do they save, legal literacy, from where the loans can be taken and things like that.
Right.
And digital literacy, how do they promote their work through Instagram or Facebook, social media.
Wow.
So these things are also being taught.
So you're kind of getting them ready to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Right. So, the what kind of women generally come to take this training? Are they the lower income group or irrespective?
Currently, it is the lower income group. They come. They come in a batch of 25-30, which is scaled up from 2 hours to 3 hours time for 3 months. It's a 150-hour program
Course.
or 200 hours course, mostly 150-hour course. And once they complete, they are also taught how to become an entrepreneur.
Wow.
Yeah. So the MSME registration, that is middle and small entrepreneurship program registration, they take place, and the bank loan systems are being taught to them. Of course, the middle and the lower middle are being focused more because
Right now.
they want to grow.
They are the ones who are not getting enough opportunities.
Yeah.
Right.
Where opportunities are available.
Correct.
Maybe today she has come out of the home and learned these tricks of getting herself skilled and things like that, and also the soft skills that plays important role, where she addresses before the crowd, she talks before the crowd.
Correct.
So all these things takes place. So tomorrow she may sell pickles, she may sell papad, no problem, but she has known her caliber, she has known her strength, that she can come. The tailoring or this course becomes a kind of a lever by which they comes out of the
Correct.
home and they skill themselves.
Such a great initiative. I mean, like, this is the best way that you can empower women. And I believe you are also doing it for the transgenders.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did this program, Akshay Dhaga program for transgenders, and recently there are 2 centers which are being run. One in Kalyan itself, and Simran by name.
Yeah, I
she
know.
has been
I've
very.
seen her.
She has come up very well, and she's an inspiration. She is a kind of a personality who has grown over a period of time.
Right.
And what we have seen is the transgenders who are into our Akshay Dhaga centers, they used to say that we used to go for begging and things like that.
Yes.
Now they have stopped. They are now coming and learning.
Wow, this is
through the
such an
tailoring.
initiative.
Yeah. They have become fashion designers. They have become artists. They also
Right.
make agarbattis. They make soaps and sell it in the different industry, or it can be during the we have the companies which call for exhibitions and all during
Correct.
festive occasions. So during Women's Day also we were invited by a few corporates where our products have been put. The women go there, they put up their products.
Wow.
So again they have a visibility
Right.
where they grow. Yeah.
So what kind of products? I mean, dhaga means I generally thought all these days would be like stitching.
Yeah.
Right. So stitching, bags. What else?
So the curriculum has around 20 to 25 items, from a handkerchief to you have the salwar suit and everything that is being put into the curriculum.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have blouse of different designs. They also have salwar, plazo, or new things which have come in.
Yeah,
All
I
those
get it.
things are there,
Right.
where women learn. And during the convocation, there's a convocation that also happens for the women. They stitch their own dress and come.
I think Simran, I've seen a couple of times stitching her own dress.
Correct,
and
correct.
coming.
Yeah.
Nice. That's excellent. I mean, that's the best way that we can probably celebrate Women's Day. you
Correct,
know.
yeah.
Great. So, how many women have you, any success story, and how many women have you, as of today, you have actually empowered them?
Through Akshay Shakti's mission, we have touched upon nearly 8,000 plus. Is what the number that we have, but I think it would have gone up to 10,000 now. That's the number we are celebrating now, this Women's Day. So large number of women are still waiting. Of course, every unit to start, we need resources, we need support. There are centers across the country, they're waiting when Akshay Dhaga will come. and start the center over there.
Right.
So we are just waiting for the resources to come in. Corporates are supporting us very well. We have
Very nice.
Blue Star, we have Aveva company, we have Zoitis, we have IQVIA, many other companies, Spectrum for that
Right.
matter. They all came forward, and many, maybe I'm not remembering them, but they are all supporting us to skill women, because that is taken as a focus. And with their support and also individual support, during birthday, somebody say, I want to gift a sewing machine to a lady, or I want to skill a woman. So to skill a woman, it is as low as 5,000 rupees. That takes care of the entire program and the machinery, everything fall in place. So this is what is done, and people celebrate their birthdays, their anniversaries by sponsoring women to get skilled. So the more the people coming forward, the more we are here to deliver the best. We are here to deliver goodness to the people across the country. Maybe tomorrow it will go globally. We are waiting for that opportunity also.
So more power to Shakti.
Yeah, more Shakti to Shakti, Akshay Shakti.
Right, absolutely. So it has been a very, very interesting and very, very inspiring to hear, and I'm sure that there will be many more women who are at home. Of course, raising kids and looking after the family is one thing, but also we need to spend some time on ourselves in doing something better for ourselves.
Correct.
And also in when you are doing it for yourself, you are also doing something for the society.
Correct.
So I hope every woman come out of their houses, spend some time, develop their skills and do something for themselves as well as for the society. And I'm sure that when they start doing well, the family would support. It's just that you give them an opportunity, the family will be there to support.
Yes.
It's only that they have to come out of that niche,
Exactly.
cocoon, right? So I think it's very, very inspiring. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And what is the final message that you have for Women's Day?
Accelerate, and you see that there's a lot of opportunity waiting. Come, join hands with Akshay Shakti or any organization nearby, and see that you all have the wings with you. You just have to open up and fly. And we are all there. The entire society is there with them. Let's go hand in hand and see that the Viksit Bharat and Viksit Vishwa takes place very fast.
Correct.
Without women, because in women, man is there, right? So man is incomplete without women.
Women, right?
Yeah. So
Wow.
they have to go hand in hand.
Correct.
And see that we all fly together and see that we impact lives.
Correct.
Greater and greater, inspire many people.
Right.
Remove the, of course, we get surrounded by negativism that comes in as matter of human being complex and things like that. A positivism drive will keep you lighter. We see that you have a better family, because peace is what we need to look into.
Correct.
At the end, all these programs that we run through Akshay Shakti delivers peace. Peace
Correct.
at home, peace in the society,
satisfaction,
peace,
happiness.
happiness. Happiness should be mantra for the life. And for all these things, a sincere gratitude to everyone. Gratitude to Metier Talks, gratitude to all the members who are listening and watching this program.
Right.
Gratitude is one such mantra which will elevate oneself from day till night. If one knows this gratitude mantra, I think the life is taken beautifully well. We are born once, we die once. In between, what we can do, let's do much better for the society.
Wow, what a beautiful message. Looks like you played the role of Krishna, where the Krishna has passed the message. So thank you so much for being here. And of course, with this mantra that you have given, we are going to will spread and will open up this web of Akshay Daga.
Yes.
More and more. And I hope that Akshay Daga project does really well. And as your mission is to touch 1 million lives by 2030.
Yeah.
So hope it really touches. And I'm sure it will touch.
It will. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.